The Tale of Don the Ghost 812. Written and read by Gregory the Grizzly A3 fan. It was Halloween on the island of Sodor, and Donald and Douglas were at Natford Station. They were waiting for a passenger train. Ugh, who's this engine that's coming over? I don't know, Donny. We'll have to wait and see. Then the twins heard an unfamiliar whistle. Wait a minute, I know that whistle, said Donald. I do too, said Douglas. There, pulling up to the station, was an engine similar to them. He was painted blue like them, except he had the words CR on his tender and the number 828 on his sides. Well, bust my buffers, said Donald. Alan, Donny, Dougie, said the engine. Nice to see you again. Ugh, nice to see you too, Alan, said Douglas. Come on, we'll show you to the sheds. Late that night, Alan stayed at the sheds with Donald and Douglas. So, how have you been, Alan? Asked Donald. Ugh, been very well, said Alan. And how about you? Been doing really well, said Douglas. Ugh, if only Dawn was still around. Dawn? Said Oliver. Who's Dawn? Ugh, one of our old siblings from our old line. If you don't know, I'll tell you. And this was the story Douglas told. Long ago, before Donald and Douglas went to Sodor, there was an 812 like them. His name was Don. He was painted blue, like Alan, but more darker, and had the number 823. Don was a hard-working engine, and thought he could do any job without complaint. Ugh, the sooner I get the work done, the better, he would often say. The twins were very impressed. But one night, all of that changed. One night, Don was pulling a small train across the line. Little did he know that the points up ahead were broken, and one of the points led to a ravine below. Don was too focused on his work to notice this. By the time he realized, it was too late. He came off the rails and plunged into the valley below. A loud, horrific scream was the last sound Don made as he plunged into the ravine below, taking his train with him. Oh my God, said Oliver. That sounds messed up. Aye, said Donald. Poor Don. Ugh, aye, agreed Douglas. Aye, said Alan. The wee poor engine. If we hadn't escaped, we'd have been like him. It's all because of young diesels. They're all devils. I agree, said Alan, but thankfully I'm not on that railway anymore. Soon the engines fell asleep. Donald woke up. He thought he could hear the puffing of a steam engine. The puffing got closer and closer. Donald's eyes whitened as he knew who it was. Don? No, it can't be. It's good to see you again, Donny, said the engine. I'm glad you, Dougie, and Alan hadn't been touched. Ugh, Don, what are you doing here? I'm roaming the rails, remember? Oh yeah, you're a ghost. Yep, that's right. Anyway, how's things? Things are good. How are things with you, Don? Things are really good, Donny. Real good. Just keeping busy, Doing what I gotta do. I can tell by that. Well, gotta go, Donny. And with that, the engine backed up and disappeared into the night. Donald was very happy that he got to see a long-lost brother of his. The next day, it was time for Alan to go home. "Ugh, nice to see you again, Alan." "Nice to see you too, Donny. And you too, Dougie. Hope I can come back again soon." Soon the guard's whistle blew and Alan puffed away. "Well, goodbye, you two." "Goodbye, Alan." "Bye, Alan," called the twins. As Alan puffed away, Donald and Douglas sighed. They knew, deep down inside, that Don was watching.